Hey guys, this is your body code practitioner out here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Just want to do a really quick video on how to kill a narcissist. I'm reading this book for you and for myself because, first of all, I'm not pro killing, but I am pro analyzing someone and their behaviors, spotting a narcissist, seeing them very quickly, and then also seeing how to retaliate, almost to set up your boundary and block them, set up an energetic boundary and block them, and make sure that you're not being what they call mind controlled by someone. In fact, that's what this chapter is about. On page 78 of this book, it's called Step Into My Web, Mind Control 101. And it starts off with a really great quote, which is, if you don't control your mind, someone else will. And the first thing I want to talk about is this thing called sanction superiority, which has to do with the fact that one of the things that works for narcissists is their vow to shamelessness. So they don't have any shame, and again, their egos are very, very huge. And again, because they're so big, it's almost like picture like a really fat person here on a seesaw. Because it's pushing it down, it becomes imbalanced to anyone. And up here, the higher this person goes, the higher the shame goes, the higher this person loses their identity, and this person starts, the grandioseness is too big that it constantly battles everyone's shame, and it kind of puts them in their spot. And one of the things that I love that this person goes into is something that we're all familiar with, is that I'm not saying that your specific manager at your job is a narcissist, but here are some kind of like signs that maybe you've experienced narcissistic behavior in a manager, and all you have to do now is think of people in your life that you're like, they have similar patterns. But obviously in our job, we just think, oh, well, that he has to be a manager. That's just how he functions. That's how he makes things move forward. But to be honest, there are two types of managers. So you might have met a narcissistic manager, you had one at a job. And what I would do if I were you, to kind of give you a little tip, is I would refer to that manager and be like, do I have anybody in my life that has similar characteristics as how that person treated me when I was an employee? Now, obviously, employees have the more heavier shame, managers have the less of it, and the higher we go, right? A lot of CEOs have been known to be, on the grandiose scale, more narcissistic, you know? You walk into their place and there's some bears hanging out. It's like, oh, that's a shark that I, killed, 2 weeks ago, kind of like a grandiose type of lifestyle. Anyway, so with this, here are some kind of like keynotes on like a narcissistic manager, right? So the first one is, expect their employee to work overtime with no regard for the employee's stress levels or overall happiness. Number one. Number two, put down the employee and prey on their weakness. And I want you to switch these words, the employee, to expect their partner, to work overtime with no regard for your stress levels or your overall happiness. Or put down the employee, put down you, and prey on your weakness. Does your partner do that? Blur the lines when it comes to contractual obligations and manipulate their employee to go above the call of duty. Maybe you're going above the call of duty as a girlfriend or as a wife. Enforce only one-way communication, not allowing the employee or partner to question them or their agenda. Do you deal with someone that only has a one-way conversation? Make verbal and personal attacks. That's another one. Instigate drama and confusion when communicating with their employees. So does this partner instigate drama and confusion? Another thing too is now let's look at a manager with healthy shame. So it's very good to be around people that have a healthy shame. Here's what they do. Here's the difference, guys. You guys ready? So if you have a partner that does this, kind of have these kind of symptoms, then you're probably in a good place. Number one is encourage a high level of work while respecting the happiness and well-being of the employee. So they respect your what? Your happiness. Number two is they enforce the manager-employee relationship while respecting the basic rights of the employee. So it's a really healthy relationship, but respecting the basic rights of you. Rely on the feedback loop. Again, is it a one-way thing, or are you able to give feedback? If you have someone that doesn't allow feedback, inclination towards a narcissist. Respect the employee's rights to personal boundaries. Make sure that, if someone keeps crossing your boundaries left and right, high chance again that you're dealing with a narcissist. The next thing that they will get you to, this is the scary part, is charm. This is what I found really interesting. I'm just like you. I'm just like you. if they have any type of sense of that, this is how they use their charm. So be open to these things. They actually say, oh, that the dog is really cute. It's chewing on its chew toy. Now, I remember telling the person, does this make any sound? They said no, but I think I got punked with that. Anyway, so some signs that narcissist is charming, is using charm on you are this. They actually say, I like you very soon after meeting you. Beware of that. They make intense, unflinching eye contact. Okay, so just very direct the whole time with you. Number 3, they act, and some people say that their pupils get very enlarged when it comes to looking at you like a supply, like an emotional supply. Number 3 is they act very agreeable, very nice, but suddenly switch focus and then pretend like you don't exist. So that's a really big sign. Like it's almost like a radio playing and then radio silence, radio playing, radio silence. And so if someone can switch back and forth like that, that's another key there. They share a lot of interest, but only through conversation, but they have no proof of it. I see a lot of direct sales people do that all the time. You know, they always say, oh yeah, I used to have one of those, or oh, I used to do that, or I used to, you know, they do that a lot. And that is proof. They have no proof that there's actually, they're kind of giving a lie actually. The other thing is they offer you undivided attention and contact you consistently, otherwise known as love bombing. Anyway, so these are a couple of things that they use, these tactics. I think it's really important that one of the things to help you out in energy healing, I'll just give you 2 major tips here. Number 1 is you want to remove your heart wall. If you don't know what a heart wall is, YouTube heart wall 15 minutes. One of the things is that you'll be able to feel if there's charm happening to you, but there's no love behind it. It's like kind of like a tool that they use. You won't feel much if you have no heart wall. If you have no heart wall, you won't feel much from them. It's almost like empty words. But if you have a heart wall, you're numb. You see, so then you can't really tell. It's like, is this person really charming? Is this person really like me? Or is this a tactic? So not having a heart wall is very, very important. Also, this is how they get you this charm and how they act towards you. That's how they kind of hijack into your reality. And says that, you know, now they start kind of, when they get inside your head, when they put you in a superior, or like superior to you, kind of like a manager, and then now they're charming you, a little bit of they'll throw in little side comments like, oh, you don't look good in those clothes, or you don't do well with this. You know, you're like, you have friends like that? They're not good friends. Like they'll just throw little jabs, and then you start changing your life to have this person start controlling you. Again, you want to create a statement in energy, and it's the second tip of like, I create boundaries for people, or I can easily detect when someone's trying to control me, or I easily attract high quality people into my life, and just see how much your body actually believes that. So anyway, hopefully this will help you out. Number 1 is heart wall, and then how to create a healthy boundary. You can say, you know, am I codependent with people? Do I have any imbalances that cause me to be codependent? Do I have any imbalances that allow people to use me? You could have energies that you're kind of putting out there to attract this type of managerial character. So again, just want to give you 2 little tips here. Heart wall, and you can always ask questions. Is like, you know, is there anything that I have that's attracting a certain person? Do I have imbalances that make me not want to put boundaries? Are there any imbalances that make me too gullible to people when they're actually trying to coerce me? You can ask these questions to your body. If your body says yes, you do, then go into the body code and release those energies. And now you'll be way more observant. You'll be able to discern, hey, this person, there's something about them, you know? And that way you can protect yourself. So hopefully this gives you some tips, and hopefully you appreciate maybe a little bit more discernment in regards to what do they look like? Oh, well, look at the manager, you know? Are people using a lot of charm with me? Like now I know what that's all about. So with that, love you guys, take care. Hopefully this helps you out, and we'll be in touch soon. Take care, bye-bye.